they could beat them. And that's why I'm bringing this way. Because that third quarter comes and that fourth quarter goes up, it's gut check time. It's time to find out what that better team is made out of. Because at that time comes, there's no better team. There's now two teams, one with desire to win and one trying to keep up. You know, the better team's one trying to keep up. So I ask you this morning, it's gut check time. It's time we look down in our hearts this morning and find out what we believe and why we believe. Because someone's in the fight this morning. I don't know who it is. Someone is in that fight. And you're going to that fourth quarter of that ball game. You've been told, you know how holy you are, how strong in the faith you are, how much Scripture you know, and you get throttled by a team that should be easily defeated. It's time for a gut check. It's time to really look down in our hearts and find out, are we in the faith this morning? Or are we doing with the emotions? Is this real to us? Because if it ain't real, we're going to lose. The other team, it's real to them. They smell blood. And I know Sam knows that term as well. And like when they say, when a shark smells blood in the water, he goes in for the kill. He goes in all he's got. The other team is going all for it. You know, as Christians tonight, this morning, we have Christ behind us. We have all the power in the world. That issue, that problem, that other opponent should not have even touched us. But you know what we've done? We've let that opponent stay around. We have come to that battle thinking how good we are and how tough we are and how strong in the faith we are. And now, time's passed by, and now it's life or death. And in my thinking is that team that you played around with, that problem you played, that sin you played around with, that person you played around with, it's now at the point to kill you. And it's like, if you walk outside and found a baby lion cub, okay, that cute little furry ball, that thing won't hurt me. It may scratch me, it may bite me. Give it a year. What's happened in a year when that thing's full grown, and that thing is now wanting to kill you, and you're standing at that thing as big as you are. Except with the attitude of, I can get you. We prey on issues so much instead of just taking care of business, just getting done with things, and get things out of our heart and lives, we play around with them. Because we are holy. We know what we're doing. We know how good we are. But you know when the time comes, there is no easy way out anymore. Now, there's no crying out to God, and God takes away from me, I don't know what to do anymore, and you can hear silence. And what a scary place it is to be at that point where basically we now know that there is no open door we can just walk through and get back to peace. It's now going to happen. You're going to win or you're going to lose. So just think about this morning as we go about. Now turn to 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 24. And this is Paul talking about in the same way sports. And it's prevalent how this works. But all that thing too, this applies for is your army as well. How many times throughout history, those who know history and know about armies and about emperors and about battles, how many times has the bigger, better army lost to a nobody? We got the perfect reference in the Bible, where the Israelites went against Ai, a town of nothing, a town of nobody. They was telling Moses, well, we see this send us a little bit of people. Well, we can take out a little bit of people. And he sent out a big force and got demolished. People died because of this. Why? Because they did a gut check first. They didn't find out where they stood. They didn't find out where they were. Then they didn't find out what they really cared for. And they lost, and people died because of that. And I think all those times that throughout history we have seen people go to battle and lose. In World War II, for instance, when Germany attacked Russia. Well, instead of taking all his force from Russia, what Hitler could have done and pushed Russia back and beat Russia, he was too good. Our Germans just too good. So they could split apart and fight this battle and this battle and this battle. And they fought Russia. Russia unarmed, hardly, basically not untrained, and they basically were like sheep at that time compared to German soldiers. But as time went on, what happened? Germany started getting stretched thin. You know what Russia started doing? They had more bodies. They had more people. And they started basically flooding the area. And pushed the Germans back, a superior force in every way possible, and beat them. that is, in a sense, what we came to us this morning. We are the superior force. We are the best. We have the best weapons with us right now. We have the best commander you could possibly have. Amen. We have no excuse to lose. But you know what? Christ says here, in Revelation, He said, strengthen things to remain, otherwise, what time will come. And I think in the other chapter, He says, I'll fight against you. So the key thing is, what do you stand this morning? Where is your heart at? Where is really the true you? Is it this high and mighty, I'm a Christian, I'm strong, I can take anything down without me? Or are you that type of person who knows, I got to be ready. I'm a soldier, I need to be trained, I have armor on all the time. I need to be at that point where basically I can take anything that comes my way. Because after a hard day of fighting, that high and mighty attitude is going to fade. And then you'll have that trumpet blow from the other side. And you can see that sword put down. And you'll see the army rushing towards you. Gut check time, people. It's all right in front of you this morning. And you might even know it. Those teams, when they go to halftime, they may get fussed up by the coach. They may have been this, but in their minds, well, we can still beat them. We can play sloppy. We can still take and be, just because who we are. And that team will lose. And when they lose, you know what? I've heard teams who've lost the thing go on to have a horrible season because it crushes them. That you can lose it all in this battle. Yes, a lot of people say, well, I've read the back of the book. I know we win. As Christians, we will win. It don't mean you will win. It does not mean you will win. So I'm asking you this morning, gut check time. What do you believe? Where do you stand? What's going to happen to you when the enemy says charge and you're not ready for it? Can you go down in the trenches and can you fight? Because that's what those teams, the better teams, are prepared to do. When time gets tough, the glove comes off. They get in that dirt and they fight. And can fight and win. So, back in 1 Corinthians chapter 9. Verse 24. Know that you not that they which run in the race run all, but one receives the prize. So run that you may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainty. So fight I, not as one that beateth the air. But I keep my body and bring it to subjection, lest by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be found a castaway. Paul says he keeps his body in subjection. He keeps his spirit ready to fight. He keeps the sin out of his heart and out of his life so he can fight with all he's got. So I'm asking you this morning, where are you at in this training? Where are you at in this battle? Are you in the first quarter? Have you played with this? Oh, well, I'm so good. I'll play with it a while. This isn't hurting me. This situation ain't hurting me. So I'm just going to let it slide a while. I can take her anytime I want to. I can go and kneel down and cry to God, and He just fix it all. And that's that quarter comes. And you start mind thinking, well, it's a little more problem in my life. It's slowed me down now, but it's still not a big deal. It's not critical. And that third quarter comes around, and then it's close to the game, and then you realize your life or death situation. When you're in a life or death situation, then it becomes serious. When it becomes the point where basically it's about to destroy your family, it's about to destroy yourself, it's about to destroy your church, then it becomes an issue. And that's when we want to cry out to God and get on our knees and beg Him for mercy. But you know what? You don't always express right away and tell you what to do. Sometimes He wants you to fight. And He may fight for a long time because He wants to get a lesson through you to let you either you'll win or you'll lose. So I'm asking you this morning, where are you at in this battle? In this game of this issue you're maybe dealing with, in this